For those in search of a spiritual awakening, there are certain religious landmarks that attract people from around the world. But according to some, people aren't all they attract.
What the
Take the case of Eligail Gedalyevich, an Israeli man who in 2011 noticed something strange hovering in the night sky over the Dome of the Rock, a centuries-old Islamic shrine in Jerusalem.
זה יורד למטה.
Keep an eye on the seemingly innocuous light that lowers towards the Dome of the Rock and then hovers.
Whoa!
The light shot up into the otherwise barren night sky and disappeared, leaving in its wake a series of dim, blinking red lights that flash a pattern suggesting they emanate from one single massive aircraft.
יש קבוצה שלמה שם, תראה.
It disappeared in the sky. I can't tell if it's a solid UFO or a ball of light, but it's definitely something else.
Whoa!
I don't know of anything that could manipulate a craft in that manner.
It mirrors what people often see in the sky, which is lights that move erratically and also at high speed, especially moving up or down at high speed and leaving at high speed.
But why was this thing particularly attracted to this holy site?
There are many instances of unusual aerial activity around sacred sites. In the 1960s, for example, there was a famous wave of sightings in Zaytun, Egypt. They were called the Marian apparitions because visions of the Virgin Mary appeared over a Coptic church. The pilgrims who go to Medjugorje have for years reported mystery lights in the sky.
And there's no greater example of a place that epitomizes a higher power than the Dome of the Rock, at least to Gedalyevich himself.
The Dome of the Rock is the most sensitive place, I think, on Earth.
His reverence is not misplaced. The Dome of the Rock is the oldest existing Islamic monument in the world and is equally sacred to both Jews and Muslims. Jewish tradition names the dome as the spot where Abraham brought his son Isaac to be sacrificed. And some Muslim scholars believe the dome is the site where Muhammad ascended to heaven.
When you go to a place of religious significance, already your mind is thinking of things that are greater than you, things that are beyond you, things that are unseen, and things that you have to have faith to come to.
Whoa!
I wanted to believe, and I assumed that possibly there is extraterrestrial life. But from my experience, now I'm sure.
What is it about religious sites that may attract this kind of activity? Do we put our temples and our pilgrimage sites in places where we know there's an intense energy, where perhaps the veils between dimensions are thinnest? One of the wild cards in all of these experiences is human consciousness. We simply do not know enough about the projection of our consciousness into the environment, which carries an emotional energy. So are we contributing to the phenomena and participating by being emotionally engaged in certain locations? It makes for a very interesting mix about what's really going on.
Whoa!